Hello, hello everybody who's just coming in. Stream should be live now. All right. All right. Everything should be up and going. Just had to notify the Discord real quick. Make sure everyone knows we're going live. We are here on the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft. I'm about 1600 blocks away from spawn on one of the diagonal highways, and I found this place. It's really relaxing. Clearly someone put a lot of time and effort into this, and it's a little bit griefed. The crops are all gone, but the sugar cane I planted is still here. And there's a ton of signs of people thanking whoever built this. I left my own right there. In this stream, we're just going to be exploring 2B2T. It's a survival server with probably the most interesting history. Oh, we're being attacked. The TPS is 5 right now, so this might be a little bit challenging. Hopefully he doesn't hit us. Doesn't look like he can do anything though. The lag is hurting him more than it's hurting us. Finally. Oh. There he goes. Back to what we were doing. Just gonna get some wood to go on our journey. I wish we could get food, but currently I'm not seeing anything around here. If these glowberry— oh, I did not mean to do that. That is my bad. I'm very sorry. Here. I'm going to make a pickaxe really quick. Wow, the server is really struggling today. While we're waiting for that to happen, you check in and see how the stream's doing, make sure everything's live, everything's going good. Okay, we're good. I just gotta pull up the stream chat on my second monitor so I can read what you guys are saying. Alright. Sorry, Age Up on them. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I'm reading comments now. I just had to make sure the stream was set up. I'm clicking on a crafting table and it keeps opening the furnace menu. Oh. This is what crafting looks like when your TPS is infinity and your ping is 6,968 milliseconds. And I don't believe that is my internet, I think that is the server. Hope you guys are enjoying watching me struggle to make a pickaxe and a crafting table. This is the 2B2T experience at its finest. We're just gonna keep trying. No mobs are gonna sneak up on us. You thought the server had no lag? Then you are sorely mistaken. 2B2T is definitely the laggiest server I've been on. Aside from the Roland server in its peak. Those who know. I do have gear, just not in this account. And it's more fun escaping spawn when you have nothing. It's too easy when you have elytra and you can just run around. Oh. They took down the server. Yeah, the queue is really long right now. It's like 1,600 people sometimes. Maybe not, no, it's like 16 hours, but like 700 people. 2B2T is not really worth playing unless you have priority queue. Well, this sucks. Oh! Oh? That's strange. Okay. So, now we have to craft the pickaxe again. Let's do that while we still can. Clearly, someone has found a lag machine, or someone's using a lag machine. Because the moment the server comes back online, everything just grinds to a halt. 2B2T is currently on 1.20, I believe. It's working on updating to 1.21. But my client right now is on 1.20.4. So. Oh, I just messed it up. Let's see if I can get this pickaxe. If things keep up like this, there may not be a live stream today. If there's no server to play on, there's not that much I can do. I mean, 2B2T is still popular. Like, it's a good server when it's not lagging. But the server has crashed twice in the last 5 minutes, so I don't know. Maybe it shouldn't be so popular then. My oak planks are gone. You guys in chat, is the music loud enough? Can you hear it alright? Is it too loud? Let me know. I'm a little bit sniffly today. I don't know why. Maybe it's just allergies, but... Okay, we're crafting. Oh, we made a hoe. I don't know how that happened. We definitely crafted a pickaxe before. I did not craft that. Alright. It might finally be time to start the live stream. Yep, we are currently at spawn, about 2,000 blocks away on the diagonal highway. Just enjoying the sights. This right here is just beautiful. I don't know, something about it. So many games go for the aesthetic of, oh, it's a apocalyptic wasteland and you're a lone survivor just like traveling it. But few really achieve it. The beautiful thing about 2B2T is that this is all player made. None of this is, it's not manufactured. No one is telling anybody they have to do this. This is just what happens. And you end up with this really surreal landscape. When I found this, I was walking through this dark tunnel for like 1,000 blocks with no sunlight, and then I come out here, the sun is finally up, and there's green. We're gonna take some of the sugar cane though. We'll leave the rest for anyone else who comes by. There's no food here, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to just keep walking. Oh. Wither's not good news. We're just gonna keep heading through this dark hallway. I have Fulbright and ESP and everything, but I feel like it kind of ruins the aesthetic. I think spawn is better appreciated when you're traveling it just vanilla with the lighting and the fog and everything. We may have to remove signs here at some point, but these aren't too bad. Sometimes people say really mean things on these signs and we can't show them on stream because YouTube will get mad at us. I think it just hit all-time high on player count based online. I don't know. Maybe it is at an all-time high. I know the server updated and it can hold up to 700, 800 people. And it does a pretty good job out of it. You know, except recently, because clearly someone's been making a lag machine, but... Ooh, that's a player. We're gonna have to go say hello to him. See if he's up to anything, if he's just online. First though, I want to kill this spider. String is super useful at spawn because you can make a fishing rod and basically get free food infinitely. Are we getting string? Nope, no string. Let's see what this guy's up to. He's just chilling down here. Whoa! What is this? This is pretty new. This would have been a whole castle. An underground fortress right underneath the highway, and it's still recognizable, like you can tell what it was. Goes all the way up to a staircase. Wow, this thing was massive. Yeah, here we're right above the spawn crater still. So this entire area is just carved out by withers making their way through the terrain over the years. Pretty sure it goes on for another couple hundred blocks at least. Alright, I think that's all here. I'm a noob and finally escaped this hellhole. Sure, buddy, finally escaped. You've got a little ways to go. Oh, I thought for sure I was gonna fall in the hole and die just then. Here, let's see if I can get my auto walk to work in the right direction. There we go. The only reason I use this is because I want to look around and there's tons of holes in the highway. It's super dangerous at times. Oh. It's taking a little bit of a weird route here. Maybe I just take over. Oh! Would you look at that? A sheep spawned. We are only 2,000 blocks from spawn right now. What is that? There is so much going on here. I wonder who builds all this stuff. Like, what motivates you to come to spawn and build a portal tower to height limit? Alright, we keep moving. Actually, let me grab some of this coal. We need to cook up this lamb at some point. We're starting to get pretty hungry, and we don't want to starve before we make it out of spawn. The sun is setting, so it's about to get pretty dangerous in here. Alright, the server is playable right now. The lag is definitely still there, but it's not as bad as it was. I'm able to craft stuff, I'm able to do things. If you're on the horizontal live stream, there's 2 live streams going right now, by the way. You can watch it in vertical or you can watch it in horizontal, both are on my channel. But you can see the TPS right now on the horizontal live stream, and it's 6, which is not very good, considering that a normal Minecraft server is supposed to be running at 20 ticks per second. So we are running at almost a fourth of that. Okay guys, in chat, don't be weird. Alright, this zombie is coming. We've got to hurry up, pack our bags, and get out of here before it gets serious. Narrowly escaped that one. He's a little bit slow. I think we can outrun him. Nicole Share, I'm glad you're having fun. Uh-oh, gotta avoid this guy. Oh. Let's turn that off and just enable the full bright. Do you guys enjoy the full bright where you can easily see everything, or do you prefer the normal vanilla lighting where it's a little bit more dramatic but maybe a little bit harder to see maybe a little bit harder to see stuff? I know YouTube compression can be make things a little bit hard to see when they're dark, but ow. Auto walk put me right into that one. Would I ever make a video on Crystal PvP? Yeah, I'd consider it. I did one back in the day, but it wasn't very good because I didn't really know what I was doing. But I enjoyed making it. I might do another video where I just learn how to crystal PvP. But, oh wow, there are a lot of mobs here. It's very dangerous walking this part of the highway. There's a pig over there though. It's food. Oh my gosh. A sheep and a pig. You don't see that every day. Not this close to spawn. Normally you've got to go a couple thousand blocks out to find mobs, but I don't know, maybe the spawning mechanics changed. Maybe this stuff is easier to find now. Oh, our axe broke. That's unfortunate. Oh my gosh, that's a corpse. Somebody died here. I'll take it though. Is this a horse? Do we have a saddle? Oh, skeleton. We gotta be really careful around here. Zigzag. Don't get hit. Alright, we're getting back to the main highway. Oh! Who's this? That's a guy. Okay, good to know. It doesn't look like he saw us, or if he did see us, he didn't care, so we should be okay. But we're just gonna keep heading out. What is that? That is odd. But my plan right now is to escape spawn. We're gonna get a little bit further out once things start to get a little bit more boring, and then we're just gonna put on elytra, start flying around, start looking for cool bases, maybe find a dupe stash or something to replenish our supplies. Just a chill day on 2B2T. Do I pay the $20 a month for priority? Yeah, I do. It's worth it if you're really into this sort of thing, but if you're kind of lukewarm about it, it's probably not worth it. It's $20 a month. A lot of people can't afford to pay that just to play on one Minecraft server. And it's a pretty laggy one too. You have to really want it. There's nothing wrong though with just watching 2B2T content. The whole point of this live stream is just so that you guys get to see everything you feel like you're missing out on without really having to pay or play on the server, because a lot of people just don't have the time or the money for that. Oh. Yeah, thorns. It scared me. Alright, next time we find an ender chest, I'll kit up, we'll start flying, it'll go a little bit faster that way. This used to be something. It's freshly lava casted. I don't know. Uh-oh, more zombies. Ow. Doesn't feel very good. There's another horse over there. I don't think it has a saddle though. If it doesn't have a saddle, it's not very useful to us. This is pretty cool. You know, I haven't seen what the nether looks like lately. Let's pop in here and see what's going on. I remember the last time I played, it was completely bombed out, like down to bedrock, just open space with random blocks everywhere. You couldn't really traverse it, it was super dangerous. Let's see what it's like. Wow. Still very dangerous. Almost none of the original blocks left. I would say none of the original blocks left. Is there any way to get up from here? Is there a ladder maybe? A staircase? Something? There's a highway right there. There's a highway. That's the highway we were just on. But we spawned so low down here, I don't know how we're gonna get back up. Casual hamster enjoyer? Yeah, that's why I'm here. I used to watch FitMC before he passed like 100, 200,000 subscribers, before he went mega famous on YouTube. I was watching his live streams on TB2T, and it was just really awesome to see what players built. And at the time, you couldn't get into the server. It's just like it is now, where the queue is just so long, you have to log on in the morning if you want a chance to play after dinner time. It's a 12-hour wait, but a lot of times you just want to see what's going on, and actually playing on the server is kind of tedious. But Drooly with the $2, appreciate it. Just realized you sound exactly like Dax Flame. I'm so sorry, I do not know who that is. Alright, this is all the stuff we have right now. We're kind of broke. We only have a couple sets of gear. We're gonna have to kit up here soon, and let's just get rid of these wooden tools. Whoever stumbles by might make use of them. And then we turn on tracers, just so if anyone shows up we can tell immediately and we can hide. We can organize all of that a little bit later. Let's get back on the highway. Oh wow, I didn't realize we were still under the obsidian sky. Let's see what this place looks like without Fulbright. Man, it's so ominous, so dark. Alright, we're back on the highway. That's interesting. People have started to poke holes in the sky just so you can get some natural light down here. And I will say it makes it look a lot nicer. You can see just this line where it crosses over into shadow. Super spooky. Look at that. I'm gonna get up a little bit higher. I need to turn off my particles. They're starting to get on my nerves. Particles. There we go. Check the coords. We are about 2,000 blocks from spawn on the diagonal highway. Just flying around. We already came by this way. Kind of wanted to see what this was. This looks like it could have been a statue of a dragon. That's pretty cool. Made entirely out of obsidian. We're going to travel on this highway for a little bit, and then when things start to get a little bit boring, we'll take a different path. We'll go into the nether, travel a bit further out, and then pop back into the overworld and start looking for stashes and a little bit bigger bases that may not have been griefed yet. Oh. Oh, that's that guy we passed earlier. Let's see if we can get above. Wow, okay. Nothing up here, really. When all of this was built, it was at the world height limit. But since the 1.17 or 1.18 update, the world height was increased, so now you can actually build on top of it. Before, this was as high as you could go, and once you're up here, you couldn't place blocks or anything. Oh. This is interesting. This used to be something. It's right on the highway though, no wonder it got grieved. Still mostly intact though. That's pretty cool. Let's see, is there anything in here? Nope, nothing. Oh. Well, I got really lucky there. I thought I was gonna hit something and die. Let's organize the inventory a little bit. Apple kills a noob. Yeah, he is. Who is Daxflame? I don't know. I don't know these people. I found a stash and the 20 minutes you were gone. It was loaded. No, I just pulled stuff out of my ender chest. I'm not in old Minecraft. I have a couple of mods that brings back the old fog and the old textures. Just makes it a little bit more nostalgic, a little bit more relaxing. I kind of like it personally. I think the older textures really fit 2B2T because a lot of the terrain is really old too. Wow, another portal pyramid. We've seen a couple of these. I wonder who's been building these. I have to fly around. Oh, wow. This would have been a whole spawn base right here. 2. Oh my, wow, okay. This is like a full-on farm. It's still intact too. This must be pretty recent. Let's see what they've got going on over here. This would have been a statue of a player probably. Tons of watermelon. We don't really need food, but if we do, we know where to stop. Oh, the server's lagging. The sky is blue and 2B2T is lagging. Should be expecting that, honestly. Is there anything over here? Nothing. Just more rubble. There's some signs though. Let's see if they have anything to say that isn't racist. Nope, a little bit racist. I guess I'll have to look him up at some point. You guys are saying I sound like him? Oh, this is interesting. Let's have a look at this. What is this? Scott, like pentagons. What's this called? Chat, someone look it up. Like a something decahedron? I don't know. Grognut. This thing's like a year old. That's pretty impressive. Poor guy's trapped down there. Too bad. We're leaving him. There's a wither statue. This is pretty cool. We're kind of out of spawn now. There's trees everywhere. We're about 8,000 blocks out. There's actually houses left standing. That's pretty cool. Have you got a base or are you just hanging around? Just hanging around. I had a base at some point back in the day. It's probably gone by now. I know someone found it, someone blew it up, but my old basemate ended up repairing it. So it might still be there. I should go check it out someday. It would be 5-6 years old at this point. Might be a dodecahedron. Yeah, that sounds right. I wouldn't know. So if you guys notice all these squiggly lines you see around me, these are tunnels that are highlighted by Meteor Client, or by Rusher Hack. And they basically just tell me where people have been mining, and it's super useful when you're hunting for bases. Obviously, we're right next to spawn. So many people have been here. It's just covered in these things. This used to be a house. It's not anymore though. That's cool, I had a little well. Not much to see here though. Do I ever find much or anything decent? I find little bases, and our last stream, about midway to 3/4 of the way through, we found an actual base that was mostly intact. It had a villager trading hall and everything. I found someone's dog and then messaged the owner, and the owner was online and they replied to me. It was pretty cool. I've never had that happen before. Alright, we're back to the highway now. We're just going to keep heading this direction. Once we hit 10,000 blocks, we're going to go into the nether to save fireworks, cover a bit more distance, a bit more quickly. And then we'll start looking for some stashes. I've never found a stash on my own, so it'll be interesting to see if we can. Should have held their dog hostage? Yeah, should I have charged a ransom? Say like, hey, give me a shulker of diamond gear or I kill your dog. No. That'd be really mean. I don't think he would have done anything about it. When I messaged him, he was online, but he didn't seem to remember the base I was talking about, so it was probably just one of the many he's toured or been at, and the fact that he left his dog there means probably didn't care too much about it, which is a little bit sad. Do you get into many fights with other players or not? Definitely not. I don't crystal PvP. And if somebody were to pull up on me right now, I would just die. There's not really that much I can do about it. Keep in mind, everyone cheats on this server. It's full of hackers who have, you know, way better hacked clients than me. So even if I knew what I was doing, I would need to upgrade my software a little bit. Speaking of which, let's turn on some auto totem. Basically what this does is if I pop a totem, it automatically equips the next one so that if someone tries to kill me, I get, you know, like maybe 3 seconds to try to leave instead of just 0. Oh, this is interesting. Is this like a Valley of Wheat recreation type thing? Doesn't look like there's much of it left, or much of it to begin with, but it's pretty cool. You know, real quick, I kind of want to check this, see if there's anything in there. Oh, somebody died here. Oh, how sad. They had a bunch of diamonds, a bunch of food. Nothing that's worth anything to me, but rest in peace. This is a pretty big farm. This is a relatively new looking house with the cherry blossoms and everything. 10/6/24, so like 6 months old maybe? Oh wow, this thing is completely intact. There's tons of stuff in here. Again, not really anything that's all that useful to me, but you know, maybe I leave a sign. I think I should. It's the right thing to do. We're gonna make an acacia sign. What's the date? It's the 28th, right? 27th still. Okay. The fact I don't know what day it is, I need to go outside more. Alright. Moving on. See what else we can find. You can at least do X-ray texture pack. Yeah, you can do anything you want here. Cheating is allowed. There's no rules. Nobody can tell you what you can or can't do. Alright, there's another portal here. We're gonna look at this house real quick. Yeah, nothing there. And we're just gonna head on into the nether. Head a little bit further out. Ooh. This is a banner I haven't seen before. Oh, it's a 2B2T shop banner. I don't know. Might throw that out. It doesn't look like it's worth anything. Banners are actually worth more than diamonds on the server. Because there's been so many duplication glitches over the years. Diamonds and enchanted armor and beacons and all the blocks you think would be worth something are basically worthless. The only thing that has any real value are player-made books and banners. And I honestly think that's really cool. Like, how many servers have a whole economy based on just old relics of things players have made? Ow. I'm clearly not very good at this. I know there's a hack to make this easier, but I haven't really bothered to figure out how to do it yet, so we're just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Ow. Just gonna keep hitting our heads on this. Dubs matter though. I mean, yeah, if you have like a lot of stuff it matters, but an actual shulker box full of gear is like worth 5 cents. It's not really worth all that much. You need a lot for it to be really worth anything. Set elytra to bounce and turn off boost. We'll give that a try. Forward. Auto walk. I want you to go forward. There we go. Elytra. Where is it? Movement. Elytra fly. Bounce. Auto redeploy. Bounce settings. Baritone to pass obstacles. Okay. Here, let me change the bind for this. Take off too. Alright, we'll try that. Boost is off. Takeoff is off. Bounce settings and turn off boost. Elytra fly, bounce, take off. Bounce settings. Boost is off. Auto jump. Turn that off. Oh, if I hold W, it works. Wow, this is pretty nice. Hello. Give him some apples. I don't really have that much I can give him, but just head back on our way. Am I a Roblox enthusiast? You know, I used to be. I used to play a lot of Roblox back in the day, but as of like recently, no, not at all. The last time I got on was probably like a year ago with some friends just to see what it was like, and man, it's changed a lot over the years. Roblox is not like it used to be. Oh. That's a guy. Thankfully, he doesn't want to kill us, so... I mean, if he did, not exactly a lot we could do other than log out and hope he doesn't trap us. These crystals right here, those are crystal traps. People leave those there for people that leave auto crystal turned on, because they'll break it automatically by accident and pop a totem or kill you or just break your armor. So it's very important to make sure you have it turned off when you're on the highway. This elytra bounce thing is pretty cool. I remember the last time I played, I was traveling out into the millions to check out some coordinates my friend gave me, and there was nothing like this. Like, I had to manually elytra the whole way there. It was pretty rough. Actually, no, there was some elytra hack. It wasn't quite that. Auto crystal doesn't do that anymore. It's smarter now. That's good. I used to always worry about that whenever I travel the highways. Ow. Crashed. Car crash. Don't have insurance, so I just keep going. We're at about 50,000 blocks in the overworld now, so we're gonna keep going a little bit further, and then we'll go back out and start looking for some stashes. Alright, this sounds like a good place. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Piglin. Alright. Where are we? Goated placement. Not very. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere. I'll take some more golden apples, stash the gunpowder, and make sure we have everything we need. I forgot I had the TNT on me. Take the ender chest. I don't have a lot of these. So broke, I'm stealing ender chests from people. This is fun to watch. I'm glad you're having fun. It's not super exciting or anything, but I enjoy it. It's really slow paced, high reward. You go a long time without finding anything on 2B2T, and then when you do, it makes it just that much more special. Ooh, can we elytra fly on this road? You can. Alright, enough of that. We're gonna head on this side of the axis and just fly parallel to it. See if we can find anything. Was this server? This is 2B2T, the oldest survival anarchy server in Minecraft. There's no rules. You can hack, you can cheat, you can do all sorts of things as long as you're not lagging or crashing the server, and nobody will do anything about it. Alright, it's time to lock in now. We've got to turn on the hacks and start paying attention. That's funny. You know, I don't know if I'm even going to bother checking these. These are so close to the highway, they have to be rated already. That one could be promising though. In case you're wondering, the reason I'm checking these is because players like to hide their items in dungeon spawners because they look natural. People didn't think to check them for a long time. But nowadays you have hacks like this one that allow me to see which ones have been loaded by players, because spawner, the blocks that spawn the mobs, they change states when players are within 20 blocks of them. So yeah, okay, get out of here. We get it. You get it. You don't want me to check out the spawner, but we gotta see if there's maybe a dupe stash. Maybe some items in here. Saddle, I'll take that at least, but nothing. We'll check out these mine carts and then we'll leave. Nothing. That's like a fully original minecart too. Yeah, I'm loading this for the first time. I don't think anyone's been here yet. Nope, nothing. You know, it never hurts to check though. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Oh wow, yeah, all these are lighting up blue now. I'm the first person to be here. Now we just gotta find a way out of here. I guess we could just dig straight up. A cave spider. Alright, let's do this. Let's get back out of here. How do you get that X-ray effect? I use a combination of things. For the blue boxes, I use Meteor Client with an add-on called Trouser Streak. And for the rest of it, I just use Rusher Heck. Rusher Heck is $20, Meteor Client is free. Oh! This is our first base of the day. First real base. I think this counts. It's got a mob spawner. Do you think it works? Alright, we're gonna have to turn off signs because things are gonna start getting a little bit racist. We don't want to do that. It looks like it's working. That's pretty cool. It's not the prettiest mob spawner. Could use a little bit of love, but... I have search for chests off just because there's so many at this range, so it's kind of pointless. I just make sure I have the ESP on so I can see what's happening. And I don't think these new chunks are gonna work, so we have to use the old new chunks. Chunks. There it is. Okay, we have it on. Alright, let's check out the rest of the space. See if there's anything over here. This tower got end crystalled. So sad. Someone put some real effort into this though. The texturing and everything. It's pretty impressive. Yeah, alright. So oh. Wow, I did not see this. This is completely intact too. This is nice. It's a beautiful little base here. Alright, so we're gonna chill down here. Hopefully no mobs get me. And I'm going to see how easily I can update the base counter, so you guys can see how many bases we find throughout the stream. Alright, let me know if you guys see it. This is pretty cool. Time to move on though. There's plenty more sights to see. I don't know if I should bother checking these. For the sole reason that we're so close to the highway, these have probably been raided. You can see there's already tunnels to it and everything. But my biggest fear is not checking one of them and then missing just a ton of gear that I desperately need right now. I'm not very wealthy. Yeah, someone's definitely been in here before. Nope, nothing. Looks like someone was trying to make a mob farm. Are you still doing redstone? I was never super into redstone, but that video about the landmines did really well, so I might make another one. I'm not sure what I'd do though. Maybe sea mines, like anti-ship mines, but maybe targeting like tridents. Like players using tridents going across the water. See if we can make a landmine that can kill them. That'd be pretty cool. There's a couple of things here. Let's check out whatever this is. I think this is like a handsome Squidward map art. Don't quote me on that though. is a little house. I'm not going to count all of this stuff on the base finder, or on the found bases count, just because there's a lot of broken down stuff here. I want to make sure when we're adding to that counter, we're only adding like real bases, things that are a little bit more of substance, a little bit more interesting. Machines or boats. I don't know. Probably just like a set of TNT minecarts that spring up from the bottom of the ocean, just attack a player that flies over it with, you know, elytra or maybe a trident. Something like that would be a pretty cool idea. Do I have any other passions? I enjoy surfing. I surf a lot. Southern California, so it's kind of mandatory if you live here. Oh no, this is so sad. There's a forest fire. The Amazon is burning again. If only there was someone able to do something about it. Let's check out this spawner. Would you ever consider making a modded server with mods like Create? Yeah, I've made modded servers with my friends and they're a lot of fun, but those servers are really hard to run like with actual multiplayer. It's so easy to crash the server, and we tried one that added working ships and it was really cool, except the server crashed every 2 hours and occasionally it would just delete everything you built. It was the worst thing ever. How long have you been playing this server? I played back in 2019 I played a lot back then. But since then I haven't really gone on, and this is my first time playing in, I think since like 2019, 2020. Just coming back to it, just getting back into some base hunting. Southern California, yeah, it's the best. The weather is just super nice year round. Found another little base. It's a blown up house. I feel a little bit bad for it. This witch is not gonna play nice. Man, that's really sad. Someone came along and destroyed this house and left all these super valuable items to rot. How wasteful. If I had to guess, the people that blew up that house probably checked this stash. So there's probably not going to be anything here, but it's always worthwhile to check. For anyone who's just now joining, we are on 2b2t, the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft. Just flying around, having a good time, looking for old houses that people have built, looking for items they may have hidden in these spawners. Just seeing if we can find anything interesting. There's a village here with villagers alive. That's interesting. A lot of dead chickens. Someone made lava chicken here. They're all cooked. The queue nowadays is anywhere from like 12 to 14 hours long. It's kind of a beast. It's not really playable unless you have priority queue. I'm just taking this gunpowder because I do not have the most amount of rockets, so I'm gonna have to craft some more soon. Maybe even this stream I might run out. If I had to guess, there's not going to be anything in this one, but you never know. You're hunting me? Good luck. Can't wait to see you. Someone's definitely been here. But is it worth it? Where was that hole I saw? Maybe just dig straight down to this minecart. That was a close one. You're hunting me, but you have stuff for me. Is that stuff an end crystal, maybe? Oh. Poor guy just fell to his death. Alright. These have not been raided. Doesn't look like anyone's been here. So it's probably not worth it to go down there, but I don't lose anything by trying, so. Other than a quick minute of my time. Yep, nothing. Should have known. I almost made that. Imagine how cool that would have been. That's interesting, a whole line of furnaces. Another little farm here. Little mob spawner. Not really a farm, but... Nope. Oh! I'm being jumped. Let's get out of here. Oh! Wow. That was a little bit scary. Almost lost my cool there. An inventory of Flight D3 rockets? Dude, that would be so nice. That's exactly what I need right now. The only rockets I have are Flight Duration 1. I don't know why. That's just... I think these are just what were in the kit that I duped back in the day. Back during the... I forget which donkey dupe it was. You think people would hide things in these village chests? I've honestly considered hiding loot in shipwrecks. That seems like a good place to hide stuff where no one would really bother to look. Just out of curiosity, where's everyone watching from? Oh, you're 1 mil out. It's gonna take a minute. YouTube Shorts. New York City, wow. Turkey. America, sadly. Yeah, I always wonder like where most of my live stream viewers come from, just because I stream around 8, 9 a.m. in the morning. Today was 9 a.m. because I didn't sleep very good, so I had to sleep in. I needed that extra hour, but a lot of my friends like in college, they're just not up yet, so probably a lot of people, you know, California, aren't up yet, sleeping in or doing other things. Someone mined out all the sand. Yep, nothing there. Clearly whoever's been here has been checking these just like I have. I didn't just wake up. I got up like an hour and a half earlier, had to set up the stream. Had to make some breakfast, and I was gonna hit the gym before, but like I said, I slept in and I didn't want to push it back any further. Hopefully if I get a better night's sleep next time, I'll go to the gym before I live stream. (1 p.m. East Coast. Yeah, that sounds about right. $1 mil in the nether. Wow. Oh. Oh, wow. It's a whole party in here. I'm not gonna hang around that for too long. It's evening where I am. Great time to lie on the couch and watch YouTube if you ask me. I would say it's the best time. I always like to live stream in the mornings just because I get up, you know, a little bit more laid back mood. It's just a nice vibe for making these relaxing 2B2T live streams. If I wanted to do something more interesting, I might stream in the evening, maybe like on a Friday night, but people are generally busy Friday nights. Just had dinner. What inspired me to start streaming? Actually, in the last couple weeks, I've been watching this smaller channel. His name's Rickson with a 1. Funnily enough, just like how have the L's replaced with 1s in my channel, but he streams 2B2T, and one of his streams popped off. It was on the YouTube Shorts vertical live stream, and it got like 1,400 people watching, which for, you know, a channel with 20,000 subscribers is pretty impressive. And I've honestly been waiting for 2B2T live streaming to make a comeback. I miss like the old days of watching FitMC doing base hunting, and it was just the perfect content to put on while you're doing homework. And I was just kind of waiting for a cue that people might be interested in it. And, you know, with his streams doing so well, like it inspired me to put together, you know, like an actual live stream and get back into it. Because I used to do 2B2T live streams way back when. I don't know if any of those are still on the channel, but it's a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, the cobwebs. Please. Okay, we're good. Anything? Nope. You're wasting my time. Time to go back up. Bro's still living in 2007? It's crazy. Minecraft wasn't even out then. Do you have priority queue? Yes, I do. It makes sense for me because I live stream it, and you know, if you're really into playing things like 2B2T, it's worth it. Oh my gosh. Mining fatigue is insane. But it's, I don't know. If you're not like super into this sort of thing, or you just can't afford it, like it's not really worth it to pay $20 a month for one Minecraft server. Do I have any passions outside of YouTube? Yeah, I surf. I haven't surfed a lot the last couple months just because of school and the weather and everything. But last semester, I skipped like most of my classes to go surfing. Surfing is like the biggest threat to this YouTube channel, man. I go out surfing and I come back just so tired, like I don't want to make a video or anything, I just take a nap. But yeah, I highly recommend you guys go check out that guy's channel, Rickson, 2B2T. It's like R1CKSON. He does basically this style of live streaming, but better than I do it. I'm still learning. Average California user, make a surfing channel. I've thought about it, but I just don't know what kind of videos I would make, like, other than just montages or... Just not sure, like, if there's that many people looking for surfing content outside of just watching people surf. And in terms of surf, like, the surf hasn't been super great. Well, surf hasn't been super great, and I haven't been super great at surfing, so it's a combination of things. A van build on a 14 transporter. That's awesome. What kind of board do you ride? I actually, this Friday, I drove up to San Clemente and I bought a new board. It's an Island, like Lost Mayhem 3.0 stub driver, I think. It's a step down board. It's really good in like the kind of mushier surf, smaller surf. And it's like, I like short board, but it's great for the smaller waves. You want to make Nathan Florence style videos this summer? That's my immediate goal. That name sounds so familiar. I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds super familiar. I'm gonna have to go look that up after this. Hey, why are you saying you live in Idaho like it's a bad thing? That's like where most of my extended family lives. We will not be taking Idaho slander on this channel. Oh my gosh, the mining fatigue is still there. I can't do anything with this. I need to get a bucket and find a cow. What kind of boards do you ride? Yeah, I'll have to go check out his channel. It sounds super familiar. I may have watched him at some point. I don't watch a ton of surfing on YouTube. I mostly just browse it on Instagram. That's just me personally. Oh my god. This is gonna take ages. Is it really worth it? Is there gonna be anything in here? I could go around. I'm gonna go around. I feel like if I miss one of these, it's going to end up being the one that has like 2 full chests of shulker boxes and loot. See if we can get to this. Nope, nothing. Unfortunate. It's always worth a try though. Oh. Idaho is a chill, low-key underrated state. Yeah. Like, most of it, I don't know. There's a lot of, like, ugly parts. Don't get me wrong. But if you go up into the Panhandle, it's super beautiful. The mountains, the forest, and everything. It's pretty laid back. It's nice. Ride anything to catch surf. 7.0 log for small days to standard medium leaderboard. Round tail. Hoping to get something called the Paizel White Tiger in the future. Perfect for UK waves. Interesting. So, you surf in the UK? I actually haven't talked to any surfers from the UK. Yep, nothing here. Oh, these are all connected. Someone may have lived here. Might be a base nearby. This looks like used to be something, but I wouldn't call that a base. Let's see where all these tunnels lead. Oh, there goes my rocket. Excuse me? Okay, we're flying now. I live in a landlocked country and don't have an ocean. Yeah, I'm sorry. The ocean is the best. I couldn't see myself living without it. When I get older, I've considered moving up north, like far north into Idaho, but man, I just can't leave the beach. The snow seems like it would get to be a pain after a while. Don't get me wrong, snow is cool. I like snowboarding, but I feel like dealing with 12 feet of it on my driveway would get to be a little bit much. Southwest UK, Cornwall, nice. Yeah, someone's been down here. Nope, nothing. Thought about living in Hawaii. How realistic is it for an American to pack up and live there? I don't know. Hawaii, personally, I wouldn't want to live there. It's just, I don't think I could handle being on an island. Things are, from what I've heard, just a lot more expensive there because it's an island. And if you want to go on, you know, a road trip, you just can't. Like, if I get tired of California, I can, you know, for pretty cheap, get on a plane or just go on a road trip up to like North California in the forest or Idaho. I've driven up to Idaho once. The drive was pretty long, but it was pretty nice. But, oh, this is a base. Florida's fun and way cheaper than California, the infinite tax state. Yeah, you definitely pay for it. You pay for the weather here in California, but I've been to Florida. I stayed in Sarasota for a while, and it was really nice. I liked it there. The only difference, though, is there's just not as much surf on the East Coast, but the water's warmer, and if you're like, the beaches are nicer in some ways, but wow, this is a pretty nice base. Let's see if we can find any signs in here. Any sign of life. Oh, map art. We'll take the map art. Take the banner, Mr. Boom 420. Mr. Boom, nope, he's not online. Anything else here we can take? Just some golden apples. You named items. We'll take just a couple of these in case I lose one. And then wither skeleton skulls, I'll take that. I don't have enough of those. Wow, there's a whole flower garden here too. This place is nice. Let's go into free cam and see if we're missing anything. So this looks like a pretty new base just because of the deep slate and all of that. And I don't see any signs, like there's nothing dating it. So maybe we leave a sign and head out. If I had to guess, this was probably built 2024. It's interesting seeing the solid glass blocks though. I didn't think people still built like that. Yeah, we already got that banner. We'll leave a sign up at the top, why not? Roland was here. 427 25. And let me just adjust the base counter. There we go. What got you into surfing? How many times a month do you go? My dad did. He kind of forced me to. I was terrified of the ocean as a kid. Just absolutely terrified. I could not stand it. I didn't like the sand. I didn't like the water. I was just scared. But I my dad, you know, being like the firstborn child, he surfed his whole life. And I was basically like forced into it. He just took me to the beach and, you know, I would cry about having to go in the water. I was terrified, and eventually Stockholm Syndrome kicked in and I started to really like surfing. And ever since that happened, I surfed like through all of high school, and, you know, I've been surfing through college as well, to my own detriment in some ways, but most of the time I surf like when it's, you know, in season and I have classes that are kind of easy and that I can skip. I'll surf like 3 to 4 times a week. But lately, like the last time I went out surfing was this Monday, and that was the first time I've gone surfing in like a couple months because I was sick. I injured my leg for a bit, had finals, then I got sick again. I was sick for the entirety of spring break. Just been like a rough couple of months, but just bought that new board, paid way too much money for it, but you know, we're gonna get back into it. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a good time. My dad, your dad did that with hiking. I love it now, not just with him. Yeah, it's crazy what, you know, can happen when your parents make you do something for long enough. A lot of it's just being a kid and not really appreciating it. Like, it takes a bit to get used to, but man, I'm glad he forced me to surf because, you know, otherwise I wouldn't have found that. How did I get down here? Where's my hole? There it is. Okay. Oh. Okay. Alright, there we go. Oh no. That's not good a plan. Let's try that again. Oh. Bro, this skeleton's messing me up. I'll take care of him. Alright. Back to it. Okay, the server is not lagging. I'm just bad at using an elytra. Alright, let's continue on. How much does the sub driver cost me? It's like $700, but with, like, once you get the fins and the kick pad and the leash and all the stuff, and with tax and everything too, it comes out to be like 900, close to 1,000. But I've never bought my own surfboard before. This is my first surfboard. I've always been using my dad's. He rode an Almeric Flyer, an OG Flyer, and it's another step down board. That thing was nice. Probably, it's a bit older style, but it's a classic. But I love that thing. It's turned yellow though. It's a yellow banana. There's dents all over it. It looks like Swiss cheese. It's time to retire it. It needs to be put down. FCS, yeah, I went with FCS. I've always gone with FCS fins. Similar to UK prices, to be honest. Career-wise, would I want to find work in the surf industry? Probably not. Surfing is kind of my way of getting away from work and school and all of that. I feel like if I made it a job, I'd regret it. Appalachian hikes, yeah, that sounds beautiful. There's a lot of good hiking where I am, like San Diego, a lot of good hiking spots. The fins I'm riding, I honestly don't remember the name. They're carbon fiber. They're really nice. They're a little bit on the stiffer side. The reason I bought the stub driver was because my dad actually bought one like a couple months ago, and I stole it from him, and I've been riding it, and I just love that board. You get so much speed right off from the takeoff. Like, you get more speed than you know what to do with, and in smaller surf, it's so nice because it means you can actually do stuff. There's a wither here somewhere. There's two. Oh. Okay. This looks like an actual base, or at least it was at some... Oh, wow. 4 withers. Clearly this was a castle, and somebody cared enough about it to spawn 4 withers, so it must have been pretty impressive in its prime. What do you guys think? Post in chat. Do we count this as a base? Yes or no? I think we... Like, look at that. This would have been a whole... Like a full-on castle. I know it's griefed, but it's still cool to find. Let's see what's in here. Well, we found where the withers are. Just kind of caved into the ground. What is this? It's a whole cube of water around this chunk. I wonder why. A lot of questionable things you find on 2B2T, and you don't get a lot of answers. But that's part of the fun. Trying to figure out what was going through the minds of the people that were building this place. There's even more out here. There's another little house. It's a little bit strange looking, but I see the vision. Oh. I'll see if we can get a music disc from this. Oh, no. Creeper's not gonna cooperate. Okay. Let's see. I wonder, is this one base, or have just a couple people lived here? Because these houses are a little bit spread apart. It's a little bit weird. Alright. I think we count it as a base. Seems like everyone wants to count this as a base, so we're gonna do that. Some people are farming items gold, and I'm just flying around and farming bases. Yeah, man, that's the 2B2T experience. You know, farming gold and items, like, it's not really that worthwhile because items have been so, like, saturated. Like, the server is, like, 15 years old almost. And there's been so many duplication glitches that all this gear I have is basically worthless. Like, you can get this in a box for, like, 5 cents on a Discord server. The fun, though, is in just finding what people are building. You know, just exploring and seeing, like, these banners and this map art. Like, that's one of a kind. You know, someone took the time to make that. These, like, this armor, you can find this in so many different kits. Like, these are all, the reason they're named like this, I didn't name them like that. They're just from different kits that I got and duplicated over the years. Okay, someone was raiding this mine shaft. It's interesting. I don't think there's anything in here, though. Thought we were chill, buddy. Me and that spider were chilling. He just decided to go mean all of a sudden. So sad. Let's see if I can get out of here. There we go. Graceful. I mean, in other games, everyone has this addiction. I mean, I farm sometimes gold in World of Warcraft for 10 hours. Yeah. I don't know. I don't find farming that enjoyable, like, in any game. That's part of the reason I'm playing 2B2T, because, like, it's... I don't know how to describe it. It's a weird kind of social interaction, where you're going around and you're looking for the things people have left behind, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago. You just don't know what you're gonna find. And that's, like, a lot more rewarding than, you know, a number of items on a screen. Like, it doesn't mean anything. You can go into a creative world and give yourself as much gold as you want. I mean, it feels better when you work for it, for sure, but in the end, it's just an in-game item. But this stuff that we find, it's real. Like, people took the time to make this, and no one told them to do it. Okay, this is interesting. Let's see what's down here. Okay, this is potentially a base. You guys can decide whether we count this as a base. It's a little bit small, but size isn't everything. Alright, let's see what's in here. Nothing. At least nothing really of use to us. Is there anything else down here? Just a bunch of tunnels. This does go into the deep slate, so this must have been a relatively newer base, but I don't know, it doesn't look like there's much to see here, so we're just going to pass on by. See if there's anything else. Would you rather gain muscles or... Nice try. That's a good one though, I almost said it. Like, you almost got me with that one. I haven't heard that one before. Uh-oh. We're in the void. 2B2T is taking us. What is this? A bunch of items just fell. Oh, that's what we dropped. Okay, the server is starting to grind to a halt. It's grinding to a halt. It's not a base, it's like a homeless base. Yeah, it's like, it is, you know, I wouldn't count it as a base personally. Oh. Weird things are happening. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're stuck. We better not drown. This is like Bedrock Edition. Yeah, we're stuck. Oh. There goes the server again. Man, that sucks. For those of you guys who just joined, we're on 2B2T. It is the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft. We're just looking around, seeing what kind of bases we can find. But right now, someone's got a lag machine going because the server is going down and it's lagging, and not a lot we can do about it. Sorry, I had to move my chair. You need to find a base ASAP. I've never watched a Minecraft streamer. You've never watched a Minecraft stream before? It's a little bit odd. I'm glad to be your first Minecraft stream. Yeah, we're just in limbo right now. The server is not on and it's not off. We're just kind of stuck in the void. Here, let's try reconnecting. Position in queue 11. Okay, it's letting people back in now, that's good. This is not the real queue, this is the priority queue. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, we're back in business. That's good. For those of you who stayed through that, hopefully we can reward you by finding a nice base here. Oh, that's weird. It just kind of stops us for no reason. I wonder if that's a server or maybe something to do with Elytrafly. That's unfortunate. The server crashed right as we were reaching our peak viewers. You know, what can you do? Stuff just happens. Do you travel faster with Elytra or just walking in the nether? I honestly don't know which one's faster. Obviously the fastest way to go is just Elytra flying in the nether. You can do that pretty quickly and get pretty far out. Not this time, spiders. Alright. Oh, this is an actual dungeon. Nothing here though. We'll be on our way. In case you're wondering, for anyone who's just joined, we're checking all these spawners because players like to hide their items in them, in the chests that generate in the dungeons, because people don't really think to check there. So if our best chance of finding like good loot is to just check these spawners. Yes, we're hacking. 2B2T is an anarchy server, so you can do anything you like. You can hack, you can cheat, you can steal, you can blow up people's houses. No one will do anything about it. Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of time. Checking those dungeons, like, I haven't found anything yet, but I've watched streamers find, like, whole chests full of shulker boxes and loot and gear and everything. So, you know, it's just part of the grind. You know, I'm not super crazy about the loot or anything. I kind of just want to see what people build, but, you know, this stuff's not free. Like, I don't have the most amount of gear, and if I don't keep looking and I don't find anything for too long, I might run out of armor. Also, these spawners are a pretty good way to just replenish my elytra. You might see that my elytra just hasn't been losing durability at all, because every time I go down here I kill a couple mobs and then I go back up. And it's just enough XP to keep me going. I have XP bottles in case I really need to stop and mend it, but most of the time I don't. Check out this one. Looks like someone's already been down here. We'll take the gunpowder and the free XP. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. Gotta check all these. You know, they look looted and everything, but maybe someone found it and just didn't take all the items, they just wrote down the coords to come back to it later. You know, maybe no one was here at all, and because it's so close to the surface, someone just walked over it, and no one actually bothered hiding anything in it. Or maybe it's the one stash that nobody thought to check. It's crazy how big the map is and that you can hide for years and nobody can find you. Yeah, I think that's why I play 2B2T and I don't really play other anarchy servers. People like anarchy servers for the anarchy, obviously, like just being able to cheat and blow stuff up, but that sort of stuff, I don't know, it just doesn't really appeal to me. I don't find it all that interesting. I just like the idea of looking out into a Minecraft world and knowing that there's something out there, something incredible that someone built, like 10 years ago that's nobody's found up until now, and I might be the first person to find it. I don't know, it just reminds me of being a little kid, thinking that if I traveled far enough in my Minecraft world, I might find like another player. Which, you know, obviously wasn't the case because it was single player. But it's a lot of fun to think about. It's a little cobblestone shack. This is on really old terrain. This could be an old base. Alright, we're gonna have to turn on the signs. Hopefully there's nothing racist here. Oh! We found a book. If you were to die today, are you 100% you'd go to heaven? Well, according to the Bible, you can know for sure. Interesting. By Moron Killer. Nope, he's not online. We'll take it though. 2025. This guy was here this year. 2020. So this cobblestone house is at least 4 years old. Nice glass underwater thing. I didn't even see that. Where is it? Oh. It's just a glass underwater thing. Interesting. I mean, I don't know if we count this as a base, but I'll take the book. I need a metal detector. Bro, I see guys walking on the beach with whole, like, metal detectors. And I don't know, like, I don't know if I'd have the patience for that. You know, this is at least fun because it's Minecraft, but going to the beach just to look for metal in the ground, I mean, you might find cool stuff. Like, I've seen people find, like, wedding rings and stuff, but if I'm at the beach, I'm probably surfing, let's be honest. Oh, server is lagging pretty bad right now. Okay. I think we're good. We gotta check this though. Nope. Empty. Completely empty. This is weird. It's lagging a lot. Alright, let's just keep going. If the server will let us. I'm from Southern California in the USA. In the woods and the mountains? Yeah, like, you could probably find some cooler stuff there. But imagine it probably takes like a lot of looking. Making sandcastles. I love making sandcastles. You can use tools or all the modern techniques, but I think it's just fun to put your hands in the sand and make a castle. But I'm not making castles in Minecraft, I'm making castles at the beach. Why'd you break it? Oh, no one will miss it. It's just so, you know, no one else bothers checking it. I'll just save other people a little bit of time. Because they know if someone broke it, then it's already been checked and there's probably no loot in there. For those of you who are new to the stream, we're just exploring the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft. Cheating is allowed, griefing is allowed, you can do anything you want. And because of that, we're just looking for old bases. We're seeing what interesting things we can find that other people have built. Here savannas are popular for bases because of the recent mule donkey dupe. Is there another dupe? I'm not aware of one. From what I've heard, there hasn't been one in at least a couple years. I've done a donkey dupe before, but that was way back in 2019. You know, I'm feeling spontaneous. I'm gonna check this one, even though I know it's already been broken. Yeah, nothing. Maybe we need to start praying to FitMC to find a dupe stash out here. Maybe that's what it's gonna take. Is breaking spawners good for the server performance? No, it's just... I don't know. It's just something I do to remember like which ones I've been to. If I ever come through here again, or if anyone else does, then they'll know someone's already been there. Not exactly sure when the dupe was. If you're getting your information from a FitMC video, it was probably a couple years ago. Yeah, so other hunters don't waste their time. See if anyone's been in here. Looks like they have. Oh man, they took the TNT. I wanted that. You know, I was thinking of doing a thing where maybe for if you donate like $5, I leak my coordinates, and then if you donate $10, I have to grief the next base I find. Just something like that to get people more interested and engaged. I think it'd be fun. Another 2B2T live streamer. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of times people say things just to mess with you. Like, if you've ever heard of the cactus dupe or the lava dupe, I'm kind of breaking the 2B2T code of ethics for this, but I'm going to tell you right away, you know, that's not real. People just tell you that so you waste your time trying to figure it out. If there is an actual dupe, they're not going to tell you. The only way I found out about the dupe back in the day when it was active, or when one of them was active, was, you know, from a friend who was like also playing with me on the server, who was part of the group, who had access to a dupe. And of course, like, within days of it going public, it was patched. So, if you really want to use it, you have to be, like, kind of in on the server and have people who can tell you when these sorts of things are active. My coordinates, I'm just about 90,000 blocks away from spawn, 58,000 on the z-axis. I was traveling the diagonal highway. I'm about 40,000 blocks off from the axis, just following the diagonal highway. Put a face cam on and get some beers and talk and entertain people. You know, I've honestly thought about that, like, to make it super laid back. Let's be more of an evening thing though. I wouldn't want to do that at 9 AM in the morning. 2024 base. This looks like it was an actual base at some point. Oh, this is a pig farm. That's not a pig. Let's see what this is. A dragon egg. I haven't seen one of these in a while. I know I have a couple of them. Abandoned. OP Nero 2, established by CTTK, April 20th, 2018. Abandoned soon after. I returned here on the 1st of October 2020. I see that everything's been griefed. I might restore this one day. This was my very first base. Please leave a sign. You know what? I will. Roland was here for 27, 25. Alright, I think we count this as a base. Because we got a little bit of history and it's built in 2018, even though it's pretty blown up, I think we count it. So, I'll add to the base counter. I'm glad the stream is relaxing. That's kind of what I'm going for. I just want like a super chill environment where we can just hang out, have a good time, play some Minecraft. That's part of the reason I like 2B2T. It's such a slow burn gameplay. There's no rush to anything. It takes a lot of patience, but if you've got the time and you don't need instant dopamine, it's a lot of fun. There's a wither over here. Oh, he's just chilling. The snow is making it a little bit hard to see things. I might have to turn that off. What? Hold on a second, you guys saw that, right? This cow just got launched. Like, just absolutely launched off this cliff. What happened? Gotta look for clues. We gotta solve the mystery of the flying cow. Oh, this is another little base. This is pretty cool. Nothing in here, obviously, but it's got a mine. Goes down to deep slate, so it's probably newer if I had to guess. Yep, 2025. Shipment route. Interesting. So this wasn't someone's base, it was just a little outpost. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the good stuff is a couple millions out. Definitely, for sure, but you go many hours without finding anything. Like, if we were to do a live stream where we're base hunting like 20 million blocks out, or just even like a million blocks out, you would straight up be watching for 6 hours before I find anything. This, we at least get to see a little bit of stuff. We get to find some smaller dupe stashes occasionally. Uh-oh, server's lagging again. Oh. Yeah, the server is grinding to a halt. Let's see if we can get out of here before it crashes. I think we're okay. The server lag sucks, yeah. It makes it hard to play on sometimes. It's good that we're just exploring, because if we were trying to build or PvP, it would be a little bit harder. When we're just flying around, we don't notice the lag as much, but it's there. Alright, let's check these spawners. Hopefully there's something. I have a feeling, man, this is going to be the one. I know it. This time is going to be different. It was not different. Okay. Next try. If I were hiding a dupe stash, this is where I'd put it. Get out of here. Oh my god, they keep picking up the iron sword. Alright, let's grab the gunpowder, just so we can make more rockets later. And then we'll check this last one. Looks like it's already been checked. There's not going to be anything in here, but you have to try. Okay, we gotta take out the trash. We need to bring back like corny action movie catchphrases. Alright, we're on our last 4 rockets. It might be getting time to end the stream today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't really know how to do outros live on stream, so at some point here we're just going to have to stop, restock our items, and end the stream for the day. What's that book in my inventory? If you go back like a couple minutes, we found a base in the middle of the ocean, and it had this book. It's pretty cool. It's by Moron Killer 496. I tried to message him, but he's not online. Alright, I think this is a good place to come to a stop. We'll land right over here. Yeah, this was a pretty successful live stream. We've got map art, we've got 2 banners, a bunch of wither skeleton skulls, and this Bible Way to Heaven by Moron Killer. I don't know if that's like a well-known book or if it's just a random one, but it's pretty cool. Buy a metal detector and go out in the mountains. Nah, I don't. Not like a biggest fan of metal detectors. Maybe I associate them too much with old guys walking around on the beach, but well, I think that's it for the stream for now. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back here probably next Sunday. I might try to do tomorrow morning, but might be busy. But join the Discord if you want to know the schedule for the next few streams, and I'll see you guys next time.